Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in and welcome to Quick Tips. Steven here with Team Euphoric, and today we're going to be talking about training frequency, specifically how often should you train. How often should you train? This is a question that comes up often, and depending on several factors, it's going to dictate how many days a week you should be training. One of those factors is going to be training experience. If you are a beginner versus an intermediate versus an advanced lifter, then it's going to be very, very different. For somebody who is a beginner, you can start out slow, just go 2 days per week, and that's going to be good enough, and then gradually build up your tolerance to exercise. Whereas if you are somebody who is an intermediate, you could do 3-4 days per week, and then for somebody who's advanced, you could train up to every single day if you are training your split properly. Next, we want to take a look at the conditioning of the trainee. For somebody who is very, very well conditioned, you're not going to need as much time to recuperate, so you could train a lot more frequently than somebody who is very, very deconditioned. For a deconditioned athlete, you're going to want to take a little bit more rest in between your workout days. The next thing we want to take a look at is what exactly is your goal. If your goal is strength versus hypertrophy versus endurance versus postural correction or rehabilitation, that's going to dictate how many days you train. If you're training for strength, then 4 days is going to be ideal. You do not need to train any more than that. If you're training for hypertrophy, volume is going to be crucial, so you want to be training a little bit more. You could train anywhere from 4 to 5 days per week, and that's going to be great. If you're training for endurance, postural correction, or rehabilitation, then time under tension is going to be key, and repetition is going to be very important. So if you're training for something like postural correction, you want to make sure that you're training every single day, because you are always in a faulty position. So if you want to correct that, you're going to have to counteract that by trying to get as much time under tension as possible to counteract the dysfunction that you are trying to correct. Next, we want to take a look at the training split. Are you doing a full body split, an upper lower split? Are you doing a 3-day split, or are you doing a 4 to 7 day split? If you're doing something like full body, you're going to want to give yourself 24 to 72 hours in order to recuperate. So 2 to 3 days per week is going to be great if you're doing full body. Whereas if you're doing an upper lower split, you could train anywhere from 3 to 4 days per week. You could do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday split, or you could do a Monday, Tuesday, rest on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, take a couple days off. Let's say you're doing a 3-day split, something like a push-pull leg routine. You could do 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off, and you'll be training anywhere from 4 to 5 days per week. And then lastly, what if you are doing a 4 to 7 day split? Well, if you're doing a 4 to 7 day split, you can train anywhere from 4 days to 7 days per week, as long as you are splitting your exercises properly so that there isn't any overlap and you allow yourself proper time to recover. And then one of the last things that you want to consider is what exactly is the type of training that you are trying to accomplish. Are you training resistance, or are you training for balance? Are you training balance and stability? Are you training skill and technique? If you are doing resistance training, you don't need to be training every single day. If your training split is properly done, then you can do anywhere from as little as 2 days per week all the way up until 7, but you don't need to train 7 days per week. Whereas if you are training something more like skill and technique, when it comes to skill and technique, repetition is going to be key, and you're going to be training at lower intensity. So because you're training at lower intensity, the more time you can develop that skill, the better it's going to be. So you want to train as much or as close to every single day as possible. But that should give you some ideas on how often you should train. So make sure that you have a very clear goal on what exactly it is you're trying to accomplish, and then set your programming accordingly. Thanks for hanging around until the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like the video and comment down in the comment section, as it would really help out with the algorithm. And also share this video so we can help get this information out to as many people as possible. And also subscribe to the channel by clicking on the icon in the bottom right hand corner and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the videos. For those of you interested in health optimization, you can check out the video in the top right corner where I discuss the 6 foundation principles. And for those of you interested in optimizing your performance, then consider becoming a member. It's only $5 per month, and you get a ton of perks, including exclusive access to this program design lecture series playlist above my head.